2, part 2 of Adventure Mode. I've been playing a little bit of this off stream to try to get better at drifting, try to get better at holding my charge. I know one of the complaints from one of my friends who watched me play was that I'm not here. I'm blowing my load too fast. I'm not letting it build up. Wouldn't be a stream if I didn't start by wrecking. We'll start by trying this purple coin real quick. Just because I know if you get all the purple coins, I think you get fake crash. Alright, we're gonna hit every TNT. Boop. Oh, fuck. Seriously? Man, take your foot off the brake. Oh shit, it wants me to do like jumps and shit in this level. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Okay. Maybe we'll come back to this one in a bit. I might do like a roundup stream where I try to get relics and coins and shit. I tried to do a couple of those CTR things. God damn. I don't know if Crash Cove is just like the worst level to start on or what, but I don't think that shit's gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, that's right, I can move on. Duh. So I got to flex my medical knowledge at work yesterday, and it was all for the sake of putting a hipster in his place, which, I mean, flexing on hipsters should just be your natural instinct anytime you see them. But if I haven't mentioned it before, I am a butcher. And at my particular store, there's always a hipster and his fucking girlfriend, or his... I don't know. He's got a different girl every time he comes in. Maybe he's just a fucking loser. But he always comes in and asks for something stupid, and yesterday was no exception. So he comes in and he's looking at like all the meats I have on display, and he's like, "Hey, is your pork gluten-free?" And I look at him for a minute, and I'm like, normally people with a celiac disorder want to avoid like baked goods. It is not really of a concern when it comes to most meats, especially when they're raw. And he just looks at me, and it's like his little head is trying to process what I've just said. And he says, "No, I don't have a celiac disorder, man. I just don't want to eat gluten, because, you know, gluten." And he walks away. And it's just like, stupid ass. Either Either he realized he got called out and ran away or what, but... If you're not aware, celiac disorder are the people suffering from a celiac disorder are the only people on this planet who need to give a shit about whether or not their food has gluten in it. Because I talked about this in my Magic School Bus stream, but basically, the proper name for someone who actually has an honest-to-God gluten allergy and isn't just some dickhead hipster following a fad is, when you have a celiac disorder, it means that you have an allergic reaction to gluten, and not just gluten, but sometimes it can be other things too. But for the most part, it's fucking gluten. And when you have a celiac disorder, the villi in your intestine refuse to work. Normally, you just have these like little fingers in your intestines called the villi that, you know, they suck up the nutrients from the food that you digest, and everything else gets passed on further down your intestine where it gets pooped out. So nothing is truly absorbed into your body until the villi, with things you eat and drink anyway, nothing is truly absorbed into your body until the villi suck it up. So you can eat, it's like, if you eat a penny, you're not going to get copper. You might get some of the rust off of the penny absorbed into your bloodstream, but you're not going to get a full fucking penny. That's why it's like kids who eat toys shit out a toy, or at least pieces of the toy. Anyways, yeah, if you have a celiac disorder, your villi refuse to absorb anything, and 90% of the time it's triggered by gluten. And gluten is mostly baked products. It's a derivative of flour. It's usually associated with like cookies and bread and, you know, pizza crusts and pie crusts and crackers. I believe it's part of the baking process. So like if you don't properly sift your flour on the microscopic level, it'll build up and create gluten. If you've ever eaten a gluten-free bread, you'll notice it's hard as shit, and that's usually because it has to be made out of like oats or other different kinds of grain. Basically what I'm trying to say is you're not going to find fucking gluten in meat. The only time you're ever going to find gluten in meat, I'm going to stick to the classic. The only time you're ever going to find gluten in your meat is if it's like... Oh shit, what am I doing? The only time you'll ever find gluten in your meat is if it's like a processed meat that has like a filling. So like if he was asking about the sausages, you know, the sausages may have like cheese or something in them that may have been, you know, altered with flour. Ah, shit, saw that coming. And yet I did nothing. I just got a trophy for hitting someone with all 3 of my missiles. Well, why don't we restart this farce? If there's one thing I appreciate about Crash Team Racing over Mario Kart is that you have a chance to win no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're in 8th place or if you're in 1st place, you have a chance to win. And I believe item values are altered somewhat, but for the most part, you're not going to deal with fucking bullshit like in Mario Kart where, you know, the person in last place is going to get like a nuclear fucking warhead, and the person in 1st place is going to get like dildos. It actually feels fair. Ah! Shit, I thought I could get him hit by it. I swear to God I practiced. I know it doesn't feel like it. But yeah, there's just... nothing is less fun than trying to play Mario Kart seriously. Like, everybody memes on Smash about, like, oh, no items, Fox only, Final Destination, but honest to God, the only fucking way to play Mario Kart is without items. Because nothing is less fun than being in 1st place and being fucking punished for it. And that's what it is. You're being fucking punished. Like... oh my God. Nope, nope. We're gonna deal with the situation. We're not gonna keep restarting. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, especially, is the only time that you've ever actually genuinely felt like you were allowed to win. Because they gave you that fucking soundbox item that lets you destroy the blue shell. And the blue shell is the most anti-fun item ever made in a video game. Like, the blue shell is the equivalent of, like, somebody's mom ripping the controller out of your hand and going, "Let little Billy win!" Jesus Christ. I'm serious. I swear to God I practiced. That was like the slowest boosts ever, but I did it. I really need to stop quitting so I can get coins. I said yesterday I don't have PlayStation Online, so I blew all my fucking coins on Princess Coco. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee at 1 in the afternoon. Fuck you. I will admit that the loss of the trophy girls does come at a price that you have to sit there and watch that goddamn dance on loop. But I was playing a couple of the cups to practice, which, you know, playing the cups, it's fucking Mario Kart. You just get a random selection of cups. And it's amazing that the levels are distributed the way they are in the adventure mode, because it's like, what is it? The first cup is like Crash Cove, obviously, and then like Coco Park, and one of the, like the polar level we did, it feels like they tried to kind of keep it separated, but then kind of didn't. I really love the carts having, like, weather-affected properties. Like, here they've got, you know, ice on the wheels and all that. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! Oh Jesus! Wait, that was a turn. I think I just got a trophy for skipping part of the track. Oh, that's dicks. He must have shot that right up my ass. Whoa, God. God damn it, that's twice now. Oh God, fuck off, fuck off. You know, I saw the perfect reason for why I'm glad I missed, with the exception of Wrath of Cortex, because that's where I dipped out. I'm glad I missed the PlayStation 2 era of Crash games, because one of my friends showed me what they did to fucking Tiny. And, goddamn, you want to talk about a relic of the era. They turned Tiny into this, like, fucking Mike Tyson parody, and I had to look up the year that game came out. It was like the mid-2000s. Were Mike Tyson parodies still funny in the mid-2000s? Mike Tyson's Mysteries is amazing. Fuck you. Damn it! God damn it! Oh my God, just fuck my shit up.
It might be time for an upgrade.
Oh, I read something from Beanox that get ready to grind forever, because the coin payouts, being what they are on the PC version right now, is not going to last. Or not the... Did I say PC version? Jesus Christ, the online. The coin payouts on online are going to be, like, shrinking very soon. Right now, if you're playing online, you're getting, like, 400 or 500 coins a match. And that's just because it's the launch period. So... Us offline Chads who refuse to pay for our own... Us offline Chads who refuse to pay for our own internet access that we already have to fucking pay for in the first place. We're the real niggas. Soon you'll be making the same paltry 40, 50 coins a race that we get. Oh my god, I got blue flame! That was like legitimately the first time I've ever gotten blue flame. I have just been informed that that ramp always gives you blue flame. So, shout out to my friend for crushing my hopes and dreams. Oh, get fucking scooped! Damn it! Oh! No! Fucker!
Room for improvement, I guess.
Ah! And it's always Purra or Tiny. Get off my ass. Fuck tigers, I'm glad China's killing all of you. What the fuck? Rutabaga. Okay, so it's pretty much been confirmed that whenever Aku Aku shows up, he's saying Rutabaga, but as in like the vegetable. But please tell me I am not the only motherfucker who hears Sonic Adventure when he dies. That may have been where Sega got the idea for the name. Just saying. I have seriously got to stop jumping that ramp. Oh, god damn it. flew too close to the sun. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yeah, fuck you! Oh my god. Fuck off! Fuck off!
It might be time for an upgrade.
Ah, damn it. I tried doing some of the time trials, but then I heard about the save glitch going around on the PS4 version. So, you know, I don't want Trophy erasing my save. Fuck that. I also found out that Mixer will let you export to YouTube just like Twitch does. So I'm going to possibly try streaming a few Xbox games, mainly like Banjo-Kazooie and shit like that. But oh no, not here, not here, not here, not here! And that's another thing about Crash Team Racing. There's like 8 items. It's not like Mario Kart where there's like 27 fucking thousand items and they'll all kill your ass. Well, no, 27,000 fucking items and you'll see 2 of them in first place. Like, later Mario Kart games won't even give you a goddamn mushroom anymore in first place.
Check this out.
See, it's like Mega Man. You just keep dying enough and eventually you get good and power through it. I cannot believe how many people fucking rage quit online. It's unbelievable. I think... Ah!
And that's how it's done.
Not to be like a fucking 30-year-old boomer here, but I think, honest to God, my generation is probably the last one that actually gives a shit about keep trying. I mean, fuck. Like I said, I'm a med student, but you think I haven't failed a class before? So I retook that shit. And I got an A. Or like, right here in this Vajija game, you know, I died like fuck it. Well, I didn't die, I lost. I lost like fucking 10 times in a row, but I kept going. And the big problem with this game right now is people are like, oh fuck, I lost online, fuck that, I quit. Alright, this is it. This is the one for the real niggas. You know, being a Hoosier, and us being involved in our redneck sports and the like, I have an appreciation for this level. Because I have an appreciation for, like, motocross and dirt biking. Shit, I dirt biked all the fucking time as a kid. Makes me wonder where, like, all my testosterone went. See, the worst part about the nitrous oxide edition is you start the game with oxide and the hover car unlocked, and the hover car is like the perfect example of you earned this. Because look at me. Do you think I'm gonna have the fucking hover car? You have to 100% the adventure mode to get the hover car. Do you think someone like me is gonna fucking have the hover car? I struggle to beat this game's like fucking trophies on classic difficulty. I'm not unlocking that fucking hover car anytime soon. Why should I have it just given to me? That's why you can criticize tryhards all you want, but those motherfuckers playing in Trophy with the platinum skin, those are the fuckers you need to be worried about. I actually had a go-kart. You know, going back to the redneck sports. Oh shit, I lost all that fucking momentum. I had a go-kart just like this as a kid. Like, straight up. I mean, there's a reason that, you know, this go-kart is in Mario Kart and Crash. It's a real fucking thing. You... God damn it! Oh no. Oh, thank Jesus. God damn it! Ah! Ah!
Time for an upgrade.
But no, I had a go-kart like this as a kid, and contrary to popular belief, these things do not fucking turn anywhere even remotely as good as they, like, if I, being a dumbass adult, if I were to get into a goddamn go-kart today, I would probably try to Mario Kart drift and fucking die. But the only thing that these racing games have right is the speed. I don't know why my parents ever let little fucking 10-year-old me drive this thing all over the fucking countryside, because I did. You know, the best part about living in rural buttfuck nowhere Indiana is I would literally drive it to the goddamn gas station. See, that's my favorite part about people who shit on the flyover states. You can make fun of us all you want, you can call us rednecks and hick trash and garbage all you want, but goddamn, I could drive to the gas station in my go-kart, leave it outside without locking it up, go inside, grab a drink, you know, usually I'd get like a Mountain Dew and some runts. I think the best example would be like driving it to Blockbuster. Dad gives me some money on the weekends. Drive to Blockbuster, leave it outside, stay inside for like 20 minutes picking out a game, come back out, go-kart's still fucking there. And go-karts don't have keys or anything. You just pull the ripcord like a lawnmower and it goes. And nobody would fucking steal it. Even to this day. There have been times where I have forgotten to lock... I have forgotten to lock and chain my door. Fallen asleep with the windows open, and I don't live on the top floor of an apartment anymore. I own my own house. But I have forgotten to lock and chain my door, fallen asleep, windows open, waking up in the morning just fine. I could send my niece outside in the middle of the night in a bikini with $100 bill attached to her, and somebody would send her home with a coat and a note saying, "What's fucking wrong with you?" And the $100 bill's still there. I fucking dare you to try any shit like that in like a major city on the west or east coast. You know, one of the unspoken rules of the whole rural neighborhood, everybody knows everybody kind of thing, is like the Streets of Rage style street justice. I mean, again, fucking go into Blockbuster and it's like, "Hey, aren't you Rabbit Senior's kid?" "Yeah, okay." And you're talking like a 20-minute drive in a go-kart out from my house. That's That's why it's so sad to see Walmarts come in and take over rural areas. Like, that South Park episode had it nailed. When you bring a Walmart into a rural area, everyone now works at fucking Walmart. What the fuck was that? What?
Improvement, I guess.
I was hoping to get to Pinstripe today. I mean, it's not even been an hour yet, so... Well, you know what? If we get to Pinstripe, we might as well just finish off with Oxide. It's the only thing left. This really is one of the best racing games ever. I mean, like I said at the beginning of this stream, anything I do, I hit that fucking I hit that corner and lost all my momentum. That was my problem. I fucked up. Me losing this race last time around, that was my fault. I fucked up. I'm not drifting like I should be. I mean, this level is like drifting the level. I should be drifting non-fucking stop. There is no part of this game that I have lost that was not immediately my fault. Oh, you little cocksucker, you tried to hit me, didn't you? And that's what I was saying my issue with fucking Mario Kart is. Like, you think I'm getting nailed with items now. You should see what an average fucking Mario Kart race looks like. It's complete madness. Part of... Oh, shit. Yep, I totally hit into the wall like that, too. Part of me wanted to check out Oxide Station when I was doing time trials earlier, but considering I've never properly beaten this before, I would be doing myself a disservice if I went to Oxide Station. It's not right. I can go there when I earn it. Alright, now that my Aku Aku's gone, watch me hit with like a million fucking things. Please do not actually hit me with a million fucking things. No! Damn it! Literally right at the fucking end. Oh, shit. Okay. God, this level goes on for so long, I thought that was the final lap. You know, speaking of shit that goes on for fucking ever, I'm playing Phantasy Star 4 for like the 5th time. I love that fucking game. And I forgot how goddamn long the air castle is. It's not the final dungeon in the game, but it's pretty fucking close. It's one of those, like, here it is, the final level, haha, got you, types. Phantasy Star 4 does that, like, 3 times. Because what is it? You have Zio's dungeon, that it's like, oh, is this the end? No. You have the air castle, it's like, oh, is this the end? No. Then you have, right after the air castle is the Garuberg Tower. And I mean, the Garuberg Tower is like literally flesh hell dungeon, and it's like, is this the end? And it's like, nope.
It might be time for an upgrade.
When the fuck did I hit third? I swear to God, I've been second the whole time. But the worst part about the air castle is you're just going all the fuck over. And like, you keep going in and out of the castle, and there's parts of the castle blocked by lava, there's parts of the castle blocked by fucking, these 3 mystery niggas. There's parts of the castle that, like, you go onto the top, the roof of the castle, you go in the castle, you go around the castle, you go on the castle, and when you're on and around the castle, like, you know, God, if my medieval friend were out here, he could tell me. I don't want to say the barracks, but like, you know, like the walkways where like all the archers and shit walk across the tops of the castle. I don't have the word for it, but when you're out there, there's no battles, so like most of the struggle is where the fuck do I go that isn't goddamn shit? You know, most of the struggle of the air castle is where the fuck do I go that isn't like parapets, that's it. You know, where the fuck do I go that isn't gonna be blocked off by lava or mystery niggas? And oh my god, I'm in third! Fuck off! Hit someone else! Ugh. One of my friends told me I need to master air braking, and my response to him was, I got an A in physics, what the fuck are you talking about? God damn it! If you drift hard enough, you should be able to dodge that without having an item. Like, I understand they're homing missiles, but there should be, like... Did I just get hit by my own item? Was that the one I threw?
The slow lane, buddy.
And I looked it up, it still is Clancy Brown doing Cortex in this game, which is cool. The real shocker to me was that Uka Uka is still voiced by John DiMaggio. When I was playing Ripperoo in the easy adventure mode with my nieces, you know, obviously if you play as a villain character, you get Uka Uka instead of Aku Aku giving you hints. Uka Uka Aku Aku Uka Uka Aku Aku, say that a fucking 1,000 times. But anyways, it just doesn't sound right. Something about his voice is just so fucking off. But it's still him. Was it the director's fault? Was it his fault? Was somebody telling him to try something different? Like... Oh my god. Damn it!
There's always room for improvement, I guess.
I was really hoping that that would, like, stun him long enough. See, the problem is I'm not playing as Dingodile. I abandoned my Dingo Bros. That sounds just like the fucking Roblox oof, and it cracks me up every time. And no, I'm not playing fucking goddamn Roblox, but I have 3 nieces who are all playing it on their goddamn tablets every time they're over. So I have to hear like a cacophony of oof!
The slow lane, buddy.
See, no, that's what I'm talking about. But Rabbit, what if you held on to that control, or what if you held on to that nitro box and used it to shake off missiles with that? Hey buddy, fuck you. We don't do shit that makes sense on this stream. We stream shitty edutainment games for 10 viewers and call it a day.
The slow lane, buddy. It might be time for an upgrade.
Can I blame anyone but myself at this point? Again, I'm sure some pro is going to be watching this and just screaming. Oh, god damn it, I lost my momentum and like fucking hopped instead of turboed. So, a bit of interesting trivia for you. I read this morning that the hitboxes for all the carts are based on the hovercraft, since it's the largest cart. So they basically made one hitbox and retrofit it back to like every other cart. So kind of like a bullet hell. If you want to practice your dodging, play in the hover car, and you know the exact size of your hitbox. So if it ever feels like you got hit by something you shouldn't have, or got caught on the level geometry when you shouldn't have, that's the reason why. Also, I found out the reason these developers are called B-Nox is because the only game they've ever worked on is like the B-movie game. And then after that, they've pretty much been relegated to, like, other schlock. How the fuck do you go from goddamn Jerry Seinfeld as a bee to remaking the most beloved racing game of all time? Like, you want to talk about some ugly duckling stories. Oh shit, I did it. Oh fucking lord, I did it.
Well, now you'll see why I'm the most feared driver on this circuit. I'll earn the right to this oxide by crushing you into brake dust. Let's race.
Oh boy. Here we go. And it's on that minecart level that killed me like 20 times. What are you looking at, Bandit? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. No, I'm just kidding. You can look at me like that. Hey, bud. Oh, God. Ow. Why? Oh my god, the... Ah! Oh no. Oof. I was hoping that you could actually drive down that track. Oh, never mind, that was Mario Kart. I swear to... I was thinking of another mine level where it's like, I swear to God there's a shortcut driving down the mine cart. Or the mine tracks. Oh, I'm doomed. Did I actually hit him with that fucking crate? Ugh.
And that's how it's done.
You're not so slow after all. Surprised me, you did. Here's a key for the win. Still, I think you're not fast enough to outrace Oxide. We're going to lose our planet, and it'll be all your fault.
Is that... No, that's not Jim Cummings. It sounds like it sometimes, but it can't be. What does the N stand for? Let's get a lay of the land. Oh, I heard this one was a motherfucker. Get ready for another 20 minutes. Damn, nigga, that's a funky ass beat. Damn, I thought I could, like, jump it. Are you shitting me? Aku's like, really, bitch? I give you my invincible power, and you fucking drive right into a pit. Fuck it, it's all gonna burn someday anyway. Again, I know people have pointed this out to me several times. I am fully aware that the cause of all of my problems is playing as Coco. But when you commit to the waifu, you commit to the waifu.
Might be
See?
time for an
Didn't get
upgrade.
dead last. Alright, who dropped a fucking beaker in the turbo tube? Dick move, bro. Alright, Jesus Christ. Now, I don't want anyone getting upset when you all know good and goddamn well I just promised you a 20 minutes on this level. God damn it.
Slowly, buddy.
Damn it! I hit like the outside of the fucking barrel. Fuck off. Shit, is that one of those goddamn shortcuts I keep hearing about? Oh no, I don't think it's a shortcut. I think it's the path through the level anyway. for fuck's sake. God damn it. I think I was actually starting to, like, clip out of the level if you saw that there. Yeah. The, ramp that I was seeing is the one that leads to here.
And that's how it's done.
Holy shit, you guys, I'm gonna get so fucking butt fucked by Pinstripe. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the last of my coffee.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
Well, thanks.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of...
Yeah. I know. Look at that skeezy ass face. There we go. That's me. What the fuck is a potaroo anyway? God damn. Why is Australia full of so many, like, mythical creatures? I swear to God, if it wasn't for the fact that I have cousins in Australia, I wouldn't even believe Australia's real. Fucking shit like wallabies, dingoes, potaroos. Fuck off. None of those sound real. You sound like an asshole, like how I call kangaroos velociraptors.
Hit the slow lane, bud.
Why do people say that, like, Tiny's arena is, hey nigga, you like fucking drifting? This one's way worse. Holy shit. This whole level has been a fucking 90-degree corner. Oh god. Nope. Did you see fucking Crash driving into the wall? Am I the only one who saw that? Even the fucking AI doesn't know what to do.
Get the slow lane, buddy.
God, so what does that say about me? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Damn, I thought that was a... Oh, did you see that? Nina was on one of the banners. If you need your proof that Nina's coming in the... There's always those assholes who, like, deny data mining. It's like... And I know a couple people who are like that. It's just like, here it is, here's the data right in front of you, and it's like, no, they could have opened a fucking notepad and just wrote that. It's like, why you gotta be so cynical? You know, as a scientist, anything is possible until it's explicitly proven wrong. It's like those same assholes who, when the Grinch leak was floating around for Smash, it's like you had people who were denying it. And yes, it was fake. But the amount of, like, ridiculous autistic effort that went into that.
It might be time
Wow,
for
is
an
that my
upgrade.
first 8th place? Yeah, looking back on the Grinch leak, the just absolutely absurd, like, level of love and care that went into faking that. Like, that goes beyond those dickheads who get on 4chan and just write, like, 17 posts of, like, yeah, I'm a janitor at E3, and I got to see their entire fucking thing because as a janitor, I'm totally let into the fucking, actual, like, what would you call it? The, ballroom? The atrium? Whatever. And it's just like, oh my god, I only saw it for a few minutes, but I have a whole laundry list of wet dreams. I don't understand what those people, like, how do you find... When I see those people, I can only imagine they're like just an RPG in real life. They're just fat, pathetic losers that sit in their bedroom, photoshopping Chikorita onto themselves and have a picture of a hamburger on the wall. Like, that's my mental image of those people. But yeah, you have Nina right there on the banners. I had to look up her name. Shit. Fuck off. Hi, mates. Shit. Are you honking back at me, you cheeky fuck? Oh shit! He was waiting for me. Wait, what? You want to talk about a racing game for real niggas? I never beat Diddy Kong Racing. Like, people shit on Oxide because, like, like, long before this remake was even a gleam in anyone's eyes, I've seen the webum of, like, the so-called perfect run of Oxide Station. And, you know, like, you have to master every mechanic this game has to offer. I totally get that, but every single boss in Diddy Kong Racing cheats. They all get a full head start. There is documented proof that they totally ignore the items sometimes. And I'm not even surprised by that, because I've watched every single making of video and rare replay. And I think the best one, hold on. I think the best one came from Battletoads, where they were talking about the arcade version of Battletoads. And they were talking about, like, oh, you know, how do we make this hard? Because, like, pretty much fully admitting that, you know, arcade makers, or like the people who make arcade games, are have their hands in the pockets of the people who own the arcades. And I mean, that's just basic capitalism. You can't get fucking mad at that. And they were talking about, like, you know, how do we make this hard so that people still fucking play it? And the final boss of the Battletoads arcade version is completely invincible for a full minute. He shows that he's taking damage. Your bullets are clearly affecting him, but he is completely fucking invincible for a full minute. And every player that you add adds 30 seconds. So if you're playing a full 3-player game of the arcade Battletoads, the final boss is unlocked invincible for a full 2 minutes. So Rare being a bunch of cunts isn't a new thing. Timeout. I heard my door open. I need to make sure the dogs haven't gotten into my office. Oh, mystery niggas. Yeah, the day that my dogs manage to get into my office and get my rabbit is the day that I have 3 husky skin rugs. You know, if we want to go back to autistically rambling about supervillains, or superheroes again, there was a 4chan thread this morning about making a Superman game. And while it eventually just devolved into shitposting about crappy comic book artists, where I fully 100% agree with them, because there was an entire garbage run of Iron Man made by this dude who, like, straight up traced, like, Lego sets and the fucking, like, old man picture, and There's that infamous picture of Captain America where he's got like the most barrel fucking body ever that was traced off of a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they only traced the body and didn't actually like try to make the rest of the body make sense. Oh, I see. Aha. I will remember that. But, no, let's talk about the, shitty tracing later. Let's talk about Superman games. So, as I said, I hated DC Comics, and I didn't get into them until I watched the DC Animated Universe as an adult. And it's totally possible to make a good Superman game. You just have to make it based on the animated adventures of Superman. And the problem with that is that there was a game based on the animated series, and it was fucking Superman 64. So, let's try it again. And the reason I specifically say to base it on the animated series is because one of my major problems with Superman is he's the comic book equivalent of the 5-year-old on the playground going, "No, you didn't beat me, I got a barrier," and every time, you know, you quote-unquote beat him, he's got a new power. And that's Superman. But that's not the animated Superman. Ah, shit. Oh, there's even a game over, fuck. Hang on, I'll just restart. I wanna see that. Oh, that's cool. But, if you want to make a good Superman game, you gotta base it on the animated Superman. Because, and I'm not talking about the old Flesher cartoons. I mean the, Timverse Superman. Because, he doesn't have 500 billion powers, and that's not getting into Justice League, but basic ass fucking Superman, you know, versus Parasite, Metallo, and all that. If you hit him with a missile, you shake him. He has a weakness to electricity, as shown with like Livewire and shit like that. Again, he does have some busted qualities, and you can make good Superman. And when you make good Superman, it's when you keep his powers in check. Like, there's that famous comic book page with the Flash on it, where it's Superman versus the Flash. And Superman is all like, "Oh, come on, Flash. Come on, don't be a retard." And the Flash is all like, "Nuh-uh, Superman. All those times we raced before, that was fucking charity." And then the Flash, like, just straight up laps the Earth, like, 5 times before Superman can even blink. Like, that's the kind of shit that you need to do to keep Superman in check. And, I know modern Superman, there's something about that, like, I remember hearing something about he can do, like, a fucking Kamehameha, and he's just mortal for a day. But no, like, not even that. Again, you have to base it on the animated Superman. If you fucking hit him hard enough, you shake him. And I know that thread I was in this morning, it showed all this, like, shit from that one really bad DC movie. Hey Rabbit, which one? Haha. But it showed that shit from, like, it was a movie with Darkseid in it, and the only thing I can tell you about I don't know what the actual movie is called. The only thing I can tell you is that it has that fucking part where, Green Lantern goes to punch Darkseid, and not only does he immediately get owned, but, like, the second he hits the ground, like, 15 fucking Darkseid minions start punching the shit out of him like it's a fucking comedy. But, no, there's a part of the movie where, Batman and Superman are fighting. And Batman is just holding his own against Superman for like a good 5 minutes. And then Superman is just going, nuh-uh, I win. But up to the point where Superman goes, nuh-uh, I win. That was a really good example of, you know, how to make Superman feel more real. And there was that fucking stupid Xbox 360 game where Superman didn't have a health bar, but Metropolis did. Fuck off. I'm disappointed that, one, Superman 64 was complete garbage, and two, the PlayStation version never came out. Because there is beta version of the PlayStation version that looks really good.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
Here we go, guys. Oh, Jesus. But no, the PlayStation version of that Superman game looked really good. It's like it had all the different outfits he had in the animated series. Like he had a lead suit for working with kryptonite. And, but like the downside to using the lead suit was he couldn't use his, like, eye vision or anything like that, or he'd let the kryptonite in. And Justice League, I keep saying Justice League because Justice League made Superman broken again. And I mean, it had to, because it brought Wonder Woman into the fray. But, up until Justice League, like, Superman couldn't breathe in space, so he had to wear, like, an honest-to-God spacesuit. Oh, shit. But there can be good Superman games. Like, there was this, like, okay, I've mentioned before that there's nothing I hate more than when an internet celebrity, like, shits on a game, and then all of a sudden nobody can form their own opinion on the game. It's everybody has to parrot whatever the fucking internet person said. And, I feel that way about the Superman game on NES. Because I had that game as a kid, and in his Superman episode, the angry video game nerd shit all over that game. And it's one thing to argue that, like, oh, well, you only disagree with what he said because you owned it. And no, I disagree with what he said because it's a decent game. I'm not saying it's like 10 out of 10 perfect, but it's this weird, almost Mega Man ripoff where you choose your powers Mega Man style. And yeah, like, everything AVGN said about, like, oh, how come geometry's all fucked and you're as big as chairs and shit. Yeah, I get that. It's weird limitations of the NES, but it was a semi-decent game. Doesn't deserve the, oh, AVGN hated it so it sucks reputation that it has. I'm taking you with me! This level isn't so bad, he says, full knowing that Pinstripe will absolutely destroy his boy hole. I have not beaten Crash 1 in the Insane Trilogy yet. I beat 2 and 3, but I have not beaten 1. 1 is just so goddamn hard. I haven't even gotten to Koala Kong yet. I got, wow, shit. I beat Ripperoo and I beat Papu Papu, but I've not gotten to Koala Kong yet. Goodbye. I'm in fucking 8th place. Who tried to shoot a homing missile at me? Am I getting lapped that hard? Oh, hey. That's a nice picture. I was losing anyway.
It might be time for an upgrade.
Anytime I see pictures like that, I can't help but think, like, oh, is that concept art? And yes, I know about the fucking shortcut. I'm just too much of a pussy to aim for it. Nope. I tried. See what happens when you try. Oh, God.
Get the slow lane, buddy.
Oh. I like this nice faraway camera. Nah. I'd rather see where I'm going. Oh, dude.
Get the slow lane, buddy.
Goodbye.
Magnitude power. Let's go. Not good.
thinking back on it, there's one part of the Superman cartoon I didn't like. And that was how the final episode decided to get edgy for no reason. And it was a really well-written episode. But the problem is that it's written like they were aware they were being canceled and just made like an edgy ending at the last minute. And again, the episode is really good, but it does not match the rest of the tone of the series at all. I'm just finishing at this point so I can get my fucking coins. Because the episode before the final episode is just like your typical Superman, oh, he stopped a bank robbery and beat the bad guy, hooray! And then all of a sudden it's like, it's been 6 months and Superman disappeared, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I mean, like, it's just, the tonal shift out of nowhere is absurd.
There's always room for improvement, I guess.
But in the confines of the Superman cartoon show, Brainiac and Darkseid were like the coolest fucking villains ever. It's kind of like how my introduction to Spider-Man was the Tobey Maguire movies, and I always thought that Spider-Man just had powers, and my introduction to the PS4 Spider-Man game was, no, he's always used gadgets. And I was like, wait, what? But, damn it. Damn it! But no, I was really, like, the way the cartoon show handled Brainiac was awesome. It's like, oh, he's this, you know, he's the Krypton supercomputer that was like, nah, fuck you niggas, I'm saving myself. And, created himself a robot body. And then you come to find out that, in the actual context of the Superman comics, Brainiac is just like, no, I'm an alien who gave himself a robot brain, and you're like, no, that's fucking gay. Fuck you. I haven't played Injustice 2 yet, but I saw that there's like an Ultimate Edition out, so I'm gonna be buying that soon. And I'm really hoping and praying that one of I know Brainiac is the villain in that game, and I'm really hoping and praying that one of his costumes is based on the cartoon Brainiac. I know I'm going to be disappointed, but if the goddamn Atom can get in as a playable character, then anything is possible. And kind of like how my buddy will play as the Flash in Injustice, even though he kind of sucks. The Flash, not my buddy. The fact that, like, it's kind of a testament to fighting games. Like, when it comes to fighting game characters in general, I don't care how terrible someone is, I will always play as them. Like, I think I have made my Mega Man obsession fully understood at this point, and I will always play as Mega Man in Smash, and he's terrible in Smash. I've ranted about this fucking before. Like, all of his moves are projectiles, so the minute you get in a fight with, like, Fox, or Lucas, or Ness, or something like that, you're fucking done. You're not gonna win this fight. But it doesn't matter, because I will always be Mega Man. And, like, that's just... God damn it. And that's how it should be. I know that there are people who choose their fighting game characters based on tier lists and shit like that. And you know what I have to say about that? That's like when I was a fucking kid and I was playing Mario Kart 64 and Toad would always kick my fucking ass. So I played as Toad because I thought he was good. Because after all, he always beat me in the game, so that meant he was good, right? Like that's what I think of whenever I hear about people who play based on tier lists. You people are faggots. Play who you like. Play who's cool. Juri fucking sucks in Street Fighter V, but I play as her because I fucking loved her in Street Fighter 4. It's like people shitting on Coco in this game. It's like, oh, only super shitters play as Coco. And yes, I believe I have proven I am a super shitter at this point, but you stay true to your character, man. Come on. The only reason I started watching the fucking Flash TV show is because my friend likes the Flash so much. If it's good enough for my friend, it's good enough for me. Shit. But I really hope that, there's some, like, good costumes in Injustice 2. Like, nothing's cooler than, like, playing a fighting game with characters that you know. Especially being, like, a crossover fighting game like that. Like, if it tells you how little of a shit I give and how I only live in my own goddamn bubble. I only just found out that the Ninja Turtles are in Injustice 2. They have been in there for years. But as I said, I live in my own little bubble. If it's not something I fucking care about, then I'm not gonna actively look into it. It's like one of my friends made fun of me the other day because I had recently at that point, the context was that I had recently started over in Phantasy Star 4. And, you know, I haven't played it in like 2 years. And one of my favorite things is the aesthetic of the Genesis Phantasy Star games. I love that whole, like, it's not quite Star Trek, not quite Star Wars, you know, everyone's dressed almost like they'd be dressed normally, but maybe you have like a cyber shoulder pad, or it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's like not quite medieval, not quite sci-fi. And granted, I have come to address classic Phantasy Star as just 90s anime. It feels like I'm cracking open one of those shitty how-to-draw manga books. And it's like, oh, I drew a girl with a cyborg arm and an a cyborg arm and an arm patch. I drew a girl with a cyborg arm and an eye patch for no good fucking reason, because, you know, it's anime, guys. Like, anyway, the point of the story is my friend was like, I was like, yeah, I don't know anything besides, like, Star Wars or Phantasy Star that has this aesthetic. And he was like, dumbass, Outlaw Star. And it's like, oh yeah. Outlaw Star is something I know tangentially, but, like, I mean, again, I've never gone out of my way to watch it. I'm totally gonna watch it now that he's, like, brought it to my attention. Thanks for that. But oh, Jesus! Ah. I know I'm being a complete fucking whore with the resets, but I just feel that if I don't get a good run on this level, there will be no recovering. I see it auto-saving every time you reset, so my fucking hard drive is probably like, you son of a bitch, quit! I got a new hard drive for my PS3 back in the day, but my hard drive in my PS4 is the same stock one I got. My ex-wife bought me my PS4 when it was or not the Uncharted, the Last of Us pack. So I own Last of Us digitally, that I have never even beaten, by the way. Because I feel like that game is a fucking never-ending tutorial. But I think it's like a 1 terabyte console, and I swear to God, like, technology marches on. That is not the only time in my life I've ever said something like that. Like, I continue to be surprised and amazed by everything. Like, I remember when my dad brought home a Packard Bell, and it was during the days when, like, work, instead of getting a work laptop, you would get a work computer. And, you know, my dad had brought home a Packard Bell, and it had a whole 500 megabytes of hard drive space. And I just remembered my dad sitting there like, well, this is crazy, you know? Our computers at work only have 150 megabytes. We'll never need hard drive space again. And then came the day that my dad brought home the hard drive that had a gigabyte. He's like, oh, this is ridiculous. We'll never need hard drive space again. And then I brought home my Xbox Elite that had 250 gigs. And it's like, oh, I'll never need space again. And then now my most recent computer build has fucking 3 hard drives that are all 2 terabyte plus a solid state that's 500 gigabytes, and one of them is already close to full. So you fucking tell me. Well, I can tell you what it is, honestly. It's lazy fucking game devs who don't compress properly. It's like my friends shit all over the Switch port of Doom, because they're like, why the fuck would you ever want to play Doom on Switch? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? They got this 100 gigabyte game compressed down to fit on a goddamn Switch cartridge? And besides the fact, like I said, I do own the Switch port of Doom because I own like fucking 100 copies of Doom. It's the gift that keeps giving. You know, there's always the argument of like, why does some asshole own a game like 50 times? And it's like, well, I'll tell you why some asshole can own a game 50 times. I bought my dad a PS3 for Christmas like 4 years ago, and I got him Doom with it because it's like, oh, we played Doom all the time when he always let me play Doom on the computer when I was a kid, so I bought him Doom as like a, hey Dad, remember this kind of thing. And that same Christmas, he also bought me Doom on the PS3, so it was like, we had the same thought. And then I had bought Doom for PC, and when I say Doom, I'm talking 2016, of course. But then, that summer, I bought Doom for PC, and that was when I tragically found out there was no fucking way in hell that my PC was gonna run that game. Are you shitting me? Come on, I hit a fucking boost and I hit the booster. But, you know, my old computer had a GeForce 660, which, at the time that I bought it, you know, that shit was gonna last me forever, and it did. I mean, that computer is like 7 or 8 years old at this point, so for what it's worth, it did last me forever. And now I just built a brand new computer that's got a 1080 in it, so someday I'll get to play that fucking PC port of Doom. But, no, my mom bought me the Switch version of Doom because she was like, hey, here you go, I bought you Doom. And I was like, oh, cool, I already own this, but thanks. And then the Switch port of Doom ended up being super rare, so now I can say I have a rare Switch game already. And, then when I treated myself to an Xbox One X for Christmas this year, I was looking to pad my... And remember, I bought my Xbox One X before I got my new PC. So it was kind of my replacement PC, per se. When I was looking to pad my Xbox One collection, I saw that the Xbox One version of Doom was $5. So I was like, okay, I think I can spare $5. And I mean, like I said, I bought a ton of games for $5 for the Xbox. I got Sunset Overdrive, which I just started, and that's a pretty fucking good game. I've got Super Lucky's Tale that I still need to start. I have Killer Instinct that I've put almost no fucking time into. I got The Witcher 3 because I had The Witcher 1 and 2 on computer and I really liked those. I have Rare Replay, which is like the most played Xbox game I have right now. Because I will occasionally boot up Jet Force Gemini and just get fucking mad. And like I said, now that I found out that Mixer can export to YouTube too, I'm gonna play some more Xbox. Console wars are for fags. I have always gone where the games go. Just make fucking good video games and I'll buy your console. It's that easy.
And that's how it's done.
There was a while that I gave up on Xbox because I was sick of all the ads. But then when I saw a Black Friday deal for Xbox One X for $200, I was like, ah shit, time to round off my consoles. And I can safely say that it still does a lot of things that piss me off, like all of my fucking dashboard buttons are ads, and you have to look really fucking hard to find your library and shit. And the store is just a tab. But for what it's worth, I've always wanted Rare Replay. And now I got it.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
Oh Christ. I thought I was done. Here it is, boys. I've never seen it before. Now that I think about it, the Xbox version of Mega Man 11 is like $15 now. I kinda wanna get it. I already have it on Switch, physically and digitally. I bought the collector's edition. And then when it went on sale for E3, I had bought it digitally. I do that, of course, for all Mega Man. I have the Legacy Collection physical on 3DS, Switch, and PS4. And then I turned around and bought it digitally on the Switch. So I can safely say that I have like every Mega Man game on Switch, and it's great. You know, I got to thinking about the whole thing about Oxide being an alien to, like, jump the shark, per se. But, it's like, you consider an alien jumping the shark and not, like, the fact that Warped was all about time travel? And wasn't it, like, I don't know the story of Warped, per se. I just know that, like, the Time Twister belongs to Nefarious, or not Nefarious, it belongs to Tropy? Is his name Nefarious Tropy? Whatever. I just know the Time Machine belongs to Entropy. And, oh shit. Wasn't he like a time-traveling god, or like the god of time, or something? Or maybe he was just a self-proclaimed master of time. Sweet, it wore off just in time for me to hit that nitro. Wait, what? Oh, dude, he is way the fuck out there. But right through the potion.
It might be time for an upgrade.
So I got to thinking the other day, and you know how, like, mentally retarded guys have, like, super huge monster dicks? You think that maybe that's why, like, autistic girls have, like, big asses? Because, like, every, like, autistic weeb girl I have dated has had, like, hilariously disproportionate, like, Africa tier ass on, like, a little stick body, or, like, they'll be just barely chubby. And I know this is where some asshole is gonna come in and be like, oh, you mean fat? And I'm like, no, I mean, like, legitimately chubby. I don't know, like, you know the kind of girl I'm talking about, right? Like, wears mom jeans at 16 kind of girl. This is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night. I wonder if there's a reason I have 0 viewers. Nah, that's okay. My Koreans will make up for it. They'll give me my, like, 75 cents to $1 per month from my YouTube channel. It's like having my own little sweatshop. I love you guys. I know you probably can't even understand what I'm saying, but I love you guys. I can't even be upset. It's a fucking dollar I didn't have before. You gotta stay positive. Holy shit, I did it!
And that's how it's done.
Haha, faggot! Now I'm the one cutting you off at the last second. That's okay. All this hubris I got right now, I'm about to be like served my own ass up my own ass. My dogs keep looking at me like, will you stop yelling like a fucking asshole? We're trying to sleep. Well, you know what? This is what you get for waking me up at 9 in the morning on my day off, you little fuck. Yeah, I'm talking to you, bandit.
What, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you was gonna race outside, you was gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
Oh shit, that's a bitchin' cart. Okay, here we go. Oh, Jesus. All of my knowledge of Pinstripe I base off of threads of people saying, "Oh God, pinstripe." Ah! How many bombs do you have, you piece of shit? Nope. Nope. See, why watch a YouTube channel of someone beating it flawlessly when you can watch me? I am the realest nigga on YouTube. It's always terrifying to watch some, like, CTR pro play the game. And you see that they pretty much go the entire race fucking diagonal because they can hold their boosts so perfectly. I remember when I used to be a fucking snake god in Mario Kart DS when that was a fucking thing. God damn it. See, I told you. I told you. My own hubris was gonna fucking catch up with me. I told you. I fucking told you.
Time for an upgrade.
God damn it. Oh, here we go. I had such a good fucking run, too. Nope. 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 Some may question my methods. But trust me, a bad start is a bad run.
Get the slow lane, buddy. Check this out.
At least he has the goddamn decency to not use the fucking shortcut. Fucking Christ. We would be here all goddamn day if he used the shortcut. Horse dicks, I know I jumped. But Rabbit, why did you restart when you had homing missiles? Because. It's an impulse at this point. Damn it, I didn't mean to fire 2 of them. Shit. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. I was like on the side of his cart. Alright. One more try.
Slow lane, buddy.
No. We are gonna call it quits here. I've been playing for over 2 hours. All I have left is Pinstripe and Oxide anyway, so we'll just do like one final like adventure mode sweep up, like either later tonight or another day. And then after that, I can maybe, you know, stream trying to get some relics and shit just to piss off all the super fans, but for now we're calling it quits here.